Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
between router 1 and router 2 I will use 12 network, and between router 2 and router 4 I will use 24 network. Done. So you can see I have connected one network with router 1. One LAN is running on router number 1 and one LAN is running on router number 4. Here I am using IP 192.168.10.0/24 network, and here I am using IP from 192.168.20.0/24 network. Now let me take access of all routers first. And enable config t hostname R1. Do so IP interface brief. I have not configured any IP. Okay, there is some IP address already configured. So let me remove this configuration. Interface F0/0 say no IP address, and interface F1/0 say no IP address, and interface F2/0 say no IP address. Exit, and again do so IP interface brief. Now you can see there is no any IP configuration. Done. So on interface F0/0 I will configure IP 192.168.10.1. so IP address 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0. this is IP configuration. Exit. Interface F1/0. here I am going to use, whenever I will configure IP address between router 1 and router 2, I will use same network, 2L network, right? Even we will discuss in OSPF, EIGRP or static routing or BGP, any protocols, IP configurations will be same. So please try to understand the IP configuration between routers carefully. Every time my IP configuration will be same. I will use same technique to configure IP between routers. Done. So here between router 1 and router 2 I will use 2L network. 2L.1.1.0/24 network. Here I will configure 2L.1. Here I will configure 2L.2. Between router 2 and router 4 I will use which network? 24.1.1.0/24 network. Here I will configure 24.2 and here I will configure 24.4. Done. On the LAN interface, on this interface I am configuring IP 192.168.10.1. Here I will configure 20.1. Done. This will be the IP configuration. After that, after configuring IP address, what we need to do? Static routing here. So 12.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Done. Now let me take you on router 2. Here also let me configure IP very quickly first. First of all, let me check the configuration. So IP interface brief. Yeah. So on F0/0 I am running what IP? 12.2. It's fine. And on F1/0 I am running IP 24.2. So IP configuration over here is right. So let me save the configuration and let me define the host name. Host name R2. Do right. Done, guys. Let me save the configuration of router 1 also. Do right. And now let me access router 4 over here. Enable and show IP interface brief. So on loopback interface I am running this IP address. First of all, let me remove IP from interface loopback. One say no IP address. Done. And interface F0/0. On 0/0 what IP address I am running? 24.1.1.4. So it's fine. Now I need to configure IP on interface F1/0. No set, and IP address is 192.168.20.1, 255.255.255.0. Right. Now what I am going to do, on router number 2, I am going to disable Proxy-ARP on both interface F0/0. By default Proxy-ARP is enabled, so say no IP Proxy-ARP. Proxy-ARP. I have disabled Proxy-ARP on F0/0. I am disabling it on F1/0 also. Say no IP Proxy-ARP. Done. Now tell me, can 192.168.10.1 ping to 192.168.20.1? Can this interface ping to this interface? No. Right? Because this network is not available in the routing table of router 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
So you have to inject this network in the routing table of router 1 manually. So how many way you have? 3 way you have actually. You can configure a static routing by using exit interface, by using next hop IP address, and by using both. So here now I am going to use which method? Exit interface method. So say IP route. Network, remote network is 192.168.20.0. After that 255.255.255.0 subnet mask, and then exit interface is fast Ethernet 1/0. Right? Now you can check the routing table. So IP route. Right? So there are lots of entry. If you want to check a static entry only, so what you can do, you can say show IP route static. So it will show you only a static route. So there is one entry. In the entry you can see destination network means 192.168.20.0/24 is directly connected on fast Ethernet 1/0. Is it true? Is it true, guys?
No, sir.
No. So whenever this router will receive a traffic for this destination, traffic for any IP address from this network, what this router will do? This router will generate a ARP for destination directly, and router 2 will drop that ARP. Let's say, suppose here we have one computer. Let me take some computer over here as well. Virtual PC, and number of PC I am going to take 2. Let's say this one is PC 1 and this one is PC 2. Here I am connecting this PC. For that I have to turn off this device, IP address of PC is, let's say, 10.10. So let me configure IP on this PC. Here let's say IP is 192.168.10.10/24. What will be the default gateway? What will be the IP address of default gateway, Abhishek?
192.168.1.0.
10.1.
Yeah.
10.1. This is the IP address which is running on router interface. So it will become default gateway for the user. Now let me configure IP on PC2. IP 192.168.20.10/24 and default gateway will be 192.168.20.1. This is the IP address of router interface. Right? Now if this PC means PC1 will ping which IP address? 192.168.20.10, let's say 20.10. 20.10 is the IP address of PC2. What will happen? This machine will send traffic to router 1. In the traffic, in the packet, source IP address will be what? 192.168.10.1. Destination IP address will be what? Guys, here tell me, here IP address is 192. Let me reduce. Here IP address is 192.168.10.10. Here IP address is 192.168.10. 20.10. 20.10. If I am pinging 20.10 from here, 20.10, source IP address will be what? 192.168.10.1, 10. Destination IP address will be 192.168.20.10. Source MAC will be what? Source MAC will be what at layer 2?
PC1.
Yes, MAC address of PC1.
Yes.
Destination MAC will be what?
FFF.
No. Why FFF? Destination MAC will be the MAC address of default gateway because destination belongs to different network.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So
Yes, sir.
destination MAC will be the MAC address of default gateway. After that, this PC will forward it to switch, switch will forward it to router. What router 1 will do? Router 1 will remove layer 2 header. Yes or no? This header.
Yes, sir.
And it will check destination IP address. So destination IP address is 192.168.20.10. Router 1 is going to check their routing table. In the routing table of router 1, there is one entry for 20 network. This network is directly connected on F1/0. So if destination is directly connected, then router 1 need to resolve the MAC address. Yes or no? If destination
Yes.
belongs to different network, then again it will generate ARP for their default gateway. If destination belongs to my network, then directly I will generate ARP for destination. So here at layer 2, at layer 3, source IP and destination IP will be same. 192.168.10.10 will be the source IP address. Destination IP address will be 192.168.20.1, 20.10, and it will decrement TTL by 1 at layer 3. After that, router 1 is going to encapsulate frame. So source MAC will be the MAC address of this interface, exit interface. Yes or no? F1/0 interface MAC address will be the source MAC address, and destination MAC address. For destination MAC address, R1 is going to check their ARP table. And in the ARP table of router 1, if you will see, so IP ARP. In the ARP table, is there any entry available for 20.10? In the ARP table, is there entry available, guys? No.
No,
No,
sir.
sir, no.
So R1 will generate a ARP, yes or no, for the destination. Now it is a challenge for R1 that destination is from my network or from different network. So R1 should generate default gateway, ARP for their default gateway, not for the destination, yes or no. But in the routing table, as you are able to see that destination network is directly connected, R1 will generate ARP for destination directly. 420.10 directly. Done. Okay, leave it for now. Now I am going to configure R2. On R2 also I need to define how many network? 2 network.
2.
IP dot 192.168.10.0, 255.255.255.0, and exit interface will be what? Tell me.
F1/0.
1/0. No, you are wrong.
F0/0, sir.
F0/0. Yes, F0/0 because this network is reachable with this interface. Done.
Route filling also.
FA0/0.
0/0 will be the exit interface. Now IP route 192.168.20.0, 255.255.255.0. For this network, what will be the exit interface?
1/0, sir.
1/0. Very good. Right. Now, so IP route static. See, both entries there in routing table of router 2 now. Now let me take you on router number 4. And here, what IP address you will configure? What network you will configure?
20 network.
192.20 network is already there. IP route 192.168.10.0, 10 network, 255.255.255.0, and exit interface will be
0/0.
0/0. Right. Now see, in the routing table of this router, let me change host name of this router. Host name R3. Here you can see, so IP route 192.168.20 is also there, and 192.168.10 is also there. If you will check routing table of router 2, 10 is also there and 20 is also there. If you will check routing table of router 1, 20 is there and 10 is directly connected. So IP route 10 is directly connected, right? Now tell me, can PC1 ping to PC2 or not? Can I ping this IP address from PC1? See, it will not work. Request timeout. Now tell me the reason, guys, why I am not able to ping. Tell me the reason why I am not able to ping.
Sir, we have to mention source and destination.
Where source and destination? From PC number 1, I am pinging this destination IP address 20.1. This is the IP address of PC2 and I am not able to ping. Am I able to ping my gateway 10.1? Yes, I am able to ping my default gateway. PC2 is also able to ping their default gateway. See, ping 192.168.20.1. See, both PCs are able to ping their default gateway, but both PC are not able to communicate with each other. Tell me the reason. If actually routing in the routing table route is available on all routers, still I am not able to ping. The reason is very simple. Reason is so IP route static. This router is not able to resolve the MAC address of this IP address. Destination is 10.20.10. So IP ARP. See, this machine don't have ARP MAC address of this IP address. See here, you can see incomplete is also there. Yes or no? This router is trying to resolve MAC address of this IP address, but router is not able to resolve it. How router can resolve MAC address of this IP address if this IP address belongs to different network? Not possible. Yes or no? This IP address belongs to different network. Then how this router can resolve ARP for this IP address?
Also, like it's like both EPC are in the different networks, so that's why they are not able to ping, right?
No. This is actually problem of static routing by using exit interface. You will never configure a static routing by using exit interface. Whenever you are configuring a static routing by using exit interface, that time actually router is installing the route in their routing table, like that route is directly connected. So IP route static, right? See here, this network is directly connected on F1/0. So if this network is directly connected, then only router 1 is trying to resolve MAC address of this IP address. But really this one is not directly connected. Done. So actually there is some feature by default that is enabled, and that is the reason why you are able to ping. That is called Proxy-ARP. On router number 2 I have disabled Proxy-ARP, but if I will enable it again, see, interface range F0/0 to 1, 0/0 and F1/0. Here if you will say IP Proxy-ARP, if you will enable this command, then you can see PCs can ping to each other. Yes or no? Now you can see PCs are able to ping, and R1 is able to resolve MAC address as well. So IP ARP, you can see the MAC address of 20.10. But this is actually not MAC address of 20.1. Do you want to see the MAC address of 20.1? See PC2 MAC address. So IP. So IP. This is MAC address of 20.2. 10. 20.10 is the IP address, and this one is the MAC address of PC2. But according to R1, what is the MAC address of PC2? This one. Actually, this is the MAC address of router 2 F0/0 interface. This is MAC address of router 2 F0/0 interface. If you want to verify, I can show you. See, on router 2 you can run command show interface F0/0 and include bytes. See, this is MAC address and this MAC address, both are same or not? So this one is MAC address of 12.1.1.2, but router 1 have installed the MAC address of 12.2 as a MAC address of 20.1. See, this MAC address of 192.168.20.10 and 12.1.1.2, both MAC address is same or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? So actually communication is happening because of Proxy-ARP. Proxy-ARP tell us if Proxy-ARP is enabled on router 2. See, if Proxy-ARP is enabled on this interface, and then if router will generate a ARP for destination 192.168.20.10, it will be broadcast at layer 2. When a Proxy-ARP enabled interface will receive this ARP request, it will check their routing table. If in the routing table route is available to reach here, it is going to share their own MAC address instead of the destination MAC address, instead of the MAC address of 20.10. Actually, when router 2 is receiving the ARP request from router 1, router 2 is sharing their own MAC address instead of the MAC address of PC2. This is concept of Proxy-ARP. Done.
Okay. Done, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, by default, the proxy is enabled, right, in all.
Yeah, by
all
default,
router?
proxy is enabled on all switches, on all routers. If you want to verify, how you can verify? So IP interface F0/0. You can see over here, Proxy-ARP is enabled.
Then why, sir, that router 1 is showing directly connected, that false interface?
Actually, whenever you are configuring default network, remote network by using exit interface. Router think that remote network is directly connected on my interface. Actually, to router 1 you are telling that someone have this network, and if you want to reach in this network, you can use this interface as exit interface. But router 1 is considering it as different way. It is thinking that this network is directly connected on my interface, right? So this is the reason why we are not using a static routing by using exit interface. Done.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now again I am going to remove the static routing configuration from all routers. Say
Sir, am I
do
audible to you?
so, yes,
Okay.
do so run section IP route. I am going to remove this entry from here. Say no. On router number 2 also, config t do so run section IP route. So I have run these two commands here. Let me remove both. Say no. Say no. Okay, I have removed it. Let me remove a static route from router number 4 also. Do so run section IP route. Say no and this entry. Now I am going to configure a static routing by using next hop IP address. So on router number 1, let me configure again same network IP route 192.168.20.0 255.255.255.0. And what will be the next hop IP address for this network? What will be next hop IP address?
12.1.1.2.
12.1.1.2. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
12.1.1.2 will be the next hop IP address. Okay, now let me take you on router number 2. IP route 192.168.10.0 255.255.255.0. What will be the next hop IP address for this network?
12.1.1.1.
1. And for 20.0, what will be the next hop IP address?
23.1.1.4.
24.1.1.4. Done. Now
Seems that can you explain this how you write the IP address 12 dot something 1.1.1?
brother, I am defining this network on router number 1, and here I am running IP 12.2, here I am running IP 12.1. I am telling to router 1 that this network is reachable via 12.2. I am telling to router number 2 that this network is reachable via 12.1. Here IP address is 24.2, here IP address is 24.4. So I am telling to router number 4 that this network is reachable via 24.2. Done.
Okay, there is there no? So we can use any IP address. He can tell the router we can use it's not 24. We can use it's 34 as well. It's like any IP address.
Yeah, any IP address. That will be next hop IP address.
Okay. Okay. Next stop, right?
Yes.
Okay. I got. Oh, got
Sir,
it. Thank you.
sir, we can use at least 13.1.1.1, 13.1.1.2. That is also fine, right?
13.1.1.
See, now in first router we can use 12.1.1.1, 1.1.1.2.
Any IP address you can use. But whatever IP address you are running over here, that will be the next hop IP address for this network. Whatever IP address you are running over here, that will be next hop IP address for this network on router 4. Done.
Okay, sir.
So on router number 3, I'm going to define which network? IP route 192.168.10.0, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and next hop IP address is 24.1.1.2. This is the IP address which I am running on F1/0 of router 2. Done. I have defined a static routing by using next hop IP address, and this time if you will check routing table of router, see so IP route static. So it have make one entry that 192.168.20.0/24 is reachable via 12.1.1.2. But as you know, router need exit interface to forward traffic. So this router have to check their routing table twice to find the exit interface for 12.1.1.2. So IP route, and then this router will came to know that okay, 12 network is connected on F1/0, so it will forward traffic from this interface. So this time router is checking their routing table how many time? Twice. And whenever router checks their routing table more than once to forward a traffic, that is nothing but recursive lookup. That is nothing but recursive lookup. So this time when you are configuring static routing by using next hop IP address, there is a problem of recursive lookup. So you will not configure a static routing by using next hop IP address as well. Not by exit interface, even not by next hop IP address. Then question is how you will define a static routing. No IP route 192.168.20.0, 255.255.255.0 and 12.1.1.2. I have removed the configuration. So IP route static. Now there is no any static route. Done. Now on router number 2, I am going to remove this entry. Say no. Going to remove this entry also. From router number 4 also. Done. Now tell me the best way to configure a static routing. What is the best way?
Sir, we can configure like exit interface as well as next
Yes,
hop
Next
IP
hop
address.
IP route 192.168.20.0, 255.255.255.0. After that, fast Ethernet 1/0 is exit interface, and next hop IP address is 12.1.1.2. Like this, if you will configure a static routing, then you can see so IP route static. Everything is there in single entry. Next hop IP address as well and exit interface as well. So this time router will generate ARP for 12.1.1.2, right? And this will be the exit interface. So IP ARP. This one is the previous entry. Let me clear IP ARP. Clear IP ARP for 192.168.20.10. I have cleared the ARP for this IP address. So IP ARP. So IP ARP. You can see for 20.10 entry is not there. Yes or no? 12.2. This is the MAC address. Now it is not going to generate any ARP for 20.10 because now 20.10 is reachable via 12.2. So IP route static. You can see this network is reachable via now 12.2. Like this you will configure a static routing on all routers. On router number 2 also you will say so IP route 192.168.20.0, 255.255.255.0. After that F 1/0 and exit next hop IP address is this one. Okay, like this you will configure this network also. F 0/0 and 12.1.1.2. 1.1.1. No match. Okay, I am saying no, so let me remove the no command from here. Done. Done, guys. On daughter number 4, you need to define this network. So here say exit interface F0/0 and next hop IP address 24.1.1.2. Done. Now you can see PCs are able to ping or not. So yes, PCs are also able to ping, and router are not performing Proxy-ARP or not. There is no problem of Proxy-ARP and there is no problem of recursive lookup as well. Done. Is it clear to everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now yesterday I have given you one task. In my task,
So
let's
yesterday.
say in the last
Ye-
class,
Okay.
yes or no?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
my task there was topology like this, and I told you that whenever 1.1.1 will ping this IP address 10.1.1.0, it should be traffic should go via router 2, and whenever traffic will come from this network to this network, my traffic should come via router number 3. Is this task clear to everyone, or is you guys have done it or not? Everyone have done it or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So again this is your task, same task. Done.
Okay, sir.
Now I am going to introduce you to one folder. Suppose anyone have problem in the basic command. So guys, you guys have one file from my side where I have mentioned lots of basic commands.
Yes, sir. Which one?
This one. This one. So here are some commands to configure basic things on router. The pre-required configuration on routers, you can say. Done. So you guys
Okay,
can
sir.
follow this folder, like we have user mode, you have privilege mode. So these are the some instruction about the modes. Like in user mode you can you are allowed to run some basic commands, some verification commands. In privilege modes you are allowed to run lots of verification command, and this is the command enable to go in privilege mode from user mode. So this is for you fresher who are fresher in this domain. Done. After that there
Yes,
are
sir.
some configuration, like basic configuration on routers, like how to configure host name first of all. So these are command to configure host name, how to configure banner on router, right? Okay, so how to configure banner on router?
So using banner mode the command.
ऐसे मत बोलो, ऐसे मत बोलो राकेश.
मतलब सर अभी वर्बली ऐसे कमांड बता रहा.
Okay, here on router number 1, if I want to set banner, you can run this command. Banner MOTD. After that you can use one character, a special character. After that you can put your message. And what is the use of banner? What is the use of banner on routers? Why we are configuring banner on router? What is the need? What is the need of it?
So for authorization.
Yeah, banner is used to give some basic information about your router. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So like now if I am accessing this router, see, after some time I will get access in user mode and I will not receive any message, right? But if you want to put some message on the router, that whenever someone will access this router, they should get that message. Like this is a router of Rakesh. Rakesh is owner of this organizations or a senior network engineer. So whenever someone will take access of this router, Rakesh want that they should call him first. So what the Rakesh can do? Rakesh can set one banner over here. Banner MOTT. After that you can use any special character and then you can put the message. Let's say this is private router or anything. After that you can terminate with same, you can end the message with same special character, right? Now you can see I am getting the message or not. This is private router here, right?
Sir, if I want to keep banner after enable, so it is possible we can do it.
Yeah, for that also we can do.
But how it is, sir? Like there is some different configuration for that.
Yeah, there is some different configuration for that. I will send you one video for that. You can
Okay.
follow that video, right?
So, okay, it will be after enable, right?
Right.
Okay.
This is just after taking access, before your user mode, right? After that there are some more commands like how to save the configuration. So copy running configuration into a startup configuration. On this router, if you will check, there are some configurations so run, but in the startup configuration, if you will check a startup configuration means saved configuration, startup configuration. So a startup configuration is also there. That means I have saved my configuration. But what I will do, how to erase the startup configuration? Erase startup configuration and so startup configuration. Now you can see in a startup configuration there is nothing, right? Startup configuration is not present. So again, if you want to save your running configuration in a startup configuration, you can run command copy running configuration into startup configuration like this. And here if you want to define the name, you can define name also. Done, guys?
Yes, sir.
Like this, how to configure enable password, enable secret, these things. Configure password on console port, configure IP address on router. Even if someone don't know the IP configuration, they can practice from this file. How to configure telnet on router. So tell me, by default telnet is enabled or disabled on router?
So disable.
Disabled.
Enable, sir.
Enabled. Yes, very good. So run. By default telnet is enabled.
But sir, now in the new switches, it is also coming in disable modes.
Okay.
The SSH and Telnet, everything is coming in the disable mode.
Can I take telnet access of this router now? Let's say from router number 2, if I am trying to access router
No, sir.
1 through telnet, will it work?
No, sir.
Why?
Because sir, we have to configure the authentication method.
Yes. You have to configure password.
Yes, authentication scheme.
Exactly. Telnet 12.1.1.1. Now you can see. Password required but not set. Yes or no? And here you are getting the banner message as well. This is a private router. Right? So on router number 2, what I am going to do? Line VTY 04 and password 123 and say login. I have two options here, login and login local. Can anyone tell me the difference between login and login local?
Sir, login means the router is asking only password. Login
Well,
local means they ask the username and password.
very good. So I am seeing login local. I have to configure username and password now here. So username is, let's say, CCNA and password is, let's say, CCNA. Done. Now can I take telnet access? Yes, username CCNA, password CCNA. How to verify on router number 1 that someone have taken telnet access? So users, you can see there is one user on line console 0, as well as there is one user whose name is CCNA on line VTY. Done.
Yes.
Sir, for example, some users are accessing that router. How to check, sir? How many people are logged in that router?
Here only it can show you na. Show user command.
Okay.
How many users have taken access of this router now? 2. One is on line console 0 and one is on line VTY.
Okay, sir.
Done. After that, how to configure SSH, how to configure telnet on layer 2 device, how to take access of switches in real time. These are, very basic commands, but very important command. How to enable DHCP on routers. Okay, so you guys have already this folder, this file. If anyone needed, you guys can practice it. Done.
Okay, sir.
Now
Okay, so done.
I am starting. What is the time? Yeah, we have time. I will take break of 3 to 4 minutes and then I am coming, then I am starting. Then I will start dynamic routing. Okay guys?
Sir, can you start dynamic routing for tomorrow? It is possible.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible. Why not? We can
Everything,
start tomorrow
if everyone is
also.
fine, otherwise it is okay, sir.
Yes, but make sure you have not performed the task static routing by using multiple paths. My request should go via router 2 and my reply should go via router number 3. Those topologies. So guys, please configure that topology first, okay, before starting dynamic routing.
Yeah, sir, that was the reason which I'm saying to we
Okay,
can
sir.
practice today and then after start from tomorrow.
Okay guys, what about others? Is everyone agree that we will start dynamic routing from tomorrow?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay guys, then
Sir, one
anyone
scenario
have
question, sir.
doubt?
Yes,
Yes.
sir, I have one question.
Yeah,
Sir,
go
one
ahead.
scenario questions.
Yes,
See,
go
one
ahead.
people are sitting in Bangalore, one people are sitting in US.
Just
Okay.
Ramesh, just can you give me 1 minute? Then you can share your question. 1 minute. Yes, Ramesh. Now go ahead. One person is
Sir,
sitting in.
Bangalore.
Okay.
My office in Bangalore. I have
Okay.
one router, but that router will be accessing US guy.
Okay.
But I am not available in company. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
They want to access that router.
Okay.
The same steps only. I mean, line VTI only we have to configuration, or else any different angle is there.
Line VTY only.
Line VTI only.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
That's it. Oh.
That's it, sir.
Anyone else, guys?
So someone is configuration VLAN, right? VLAN 1 to
Mm-hmm.
taking remote access.
No. You know, to configure to enable telnet services, you need one IP address,
Yes, sir.
right? And on switches, how you will configure IP address on the VLAN interface? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you have layer 2 switch. How you will take remote access of layer 2 switch? For that, what you can do, you have one management interface, that is VLAN 1 interface. There you can configure the IP address, and through that anyone can take telnet access.
Okay, sir. Clear.
Anything else? Rakesh, Abhishek.
No, sir.
Sir, layer 2 switch means management. Can you please show me that how to take the management
This
layer
one.
2 switch? Yeah.
This one is layer 2 switch.
Yeah, okay.
All
So I
ports
want
are
to.
switch port.
Okay.
Here, if you want to configure IP address, you have to configure it on VLAN. Do so VLAN brief. You can see one VLAN is there and all ports are member of that VLAN by default, right? Now on this
Yes, sir.
VLAN interface, you can configure one IP address interface VLAN 1 and IP address. Let's say what? Let's say IP address is 192.168.10.50 and 255.255.255.0. Done. Line VTY 04 login local username CCNA password Cisco. Done. From router number 1, now I can take telnet access of this switch. Telnet. May I know the IP address of your VLAN interface? 192.168.10.50.
50.
So it is router 1 is trying. Okay, so this is how you can configure telnet. After some time you connection refused, timeout, but this is the same method how you can configure telnet on layer 2 switch. Done, brother. Now if there is reachability, if I can ping this IP address from router number 1, that means I can take telnet access. So let me, where is my PC1?
Okay, sir.
From here I am going to ping. So IP. So here IP address is not configured. So say IP 192.168.10.10/24. Gateway is 192.168.10.1 and ping 192.168.10.50. Guys, can anyone tell me why I'm not able to ping? Can anyone tell me why I'm not able to ping this IP address? Or this IP address is running on switch interface, on virtual interface of switch. So IP interface brief. Because this interface is administratively what? Down. So whenever you are configuring IP address on VLAN interface, you need to run no shut command as well. Say no shutdown. And so IP interface brief. Now you can see this interface is up. Now it is working. Now from router number 1 you can take telnet access of switch 1 also. See, username is CCNA and password is Cisco. Done, brother? You can see I have access of switch.
Yes, sir.
Now here I want to
Yes, sir.
configure something, I can configure. But if you want to go in privilege mode from user mode, you have to set enable password on switch. So on switch, what I can do, I can configure one enable password. Let's say 123. Now I can run enable command over here. Password 123. Right. Banner MOTD and Ramesh is good boy. Done. I'm on router number 1. Again I am going to take telnet access. So here you can see the banner first, right? So whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
will take telnet access, before providing username and password, you will be able to see the banner.
Yes, sir.
CCNA, password is Cisco. Enable 123 and I can configure this switch now. So interface brief or whatever things you want to do. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anything else, guys? Anybody? No? Then thank you.
No, sir.
Bye bye. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, sir.
Bye.